First, I apologize because I didn't prepare a full TED talk like some previous speakers, but I will just make a short feedback about the session of yesterday called How Do We Organize? And anyway, some people want to make additional remark after me, so they will have the opportunity. So, we had a discussion about what we could do locally and collectively. So, first, I am going to say a few words about what we could do locally. So, we have a very different organization and different strategies. But in the end, I think we all want to make transhumanism more mainstream. So, many people here are very good at writing books, giving conferences, developing complex ideas, or doing scientific research. So, I do not worry about the intellectual backbone of the movement. But from the outside, it can sometimes look overly elitist or intellectual. So maybe we could try to take actions to reach a more mainstream audience also. So for instance, in the French Transhumanist Association, we are trying to launch a YouTube channel aiming a younger and broader audience. But there are probably hundreds of similar ideas. We could also take inspiration in movements that were successful in deeply changing the mindset of a society, like LGBT movements, for instance. And we could also bring more attention to emotional communication. So Anders just talked a little bit about this. So, as you probably noticed in politics, emotion comes first and the reason comes second. So, we may have very good arguments in favor of radical life extension, for instance, but if we do not also address to people's emotions, we could miss a big part of the audience. And by the way, if we do not invest this field, our opponents will. So, these were a few informal ideas, but now what could we do more concretely? So, first, our goal here is not to create a vertical organization that would supervise all movements, but rather something more horizontal in order to connect the different organizations more efficiently. So here are a few projects we could agree on. So first, transhumanist meetings like this one could be organized on a regular basis. So for instance, every 3 years. Each time we would review past years and try to improve our actions. We could also organize an annual festival, each time in a different country, with, of course, consistent discussions like now, but also a more festive aspect. And this festival could be the opportunity to energize the movement in the host country. We could also have an online general assembly each year. So each transhumanist movement could write a brief report yearly, and we could exchange ideas to be more effective, avoid mistakes, share our experiences, devise coordinated actions, and so forth. And in order to facilitate international communication, the representatives of different organizations should be present on a common mailing list reserved for them, like the Euro Transhumanist mailing list. And finally, an idea that seemed to make a consensus is the idea to have a common online agenda. So, during the past 2 days, some speakers announced upcoming events in Spain or in Bulgaria, for instance. And it would be good to have a centralized tool to clearly list all these events, so that we are always aware of what other organizations are doing at the current time. And therefore, we can organize our personal schedules, try to plan common activities, and so forth. So, Chris Montero wants to say a few words about this.
Okay, so coming out of the initiative meeting, this event as a whole has really energized me around my many organizational projects I run. I mostly run the Hpluspedia Wiki project, but it serves as a project hub for multiple things. So one of the practical small projects I plan to execute within the next couple of months is that we will be centralizing a list of all transhumanist events. So you'll be able to find in one place futurist events happening in your country and topics you're interested in. I know someone who curates the data already. We've seen put this together. So it should, Jose, you won't have to say every single thing. Come to Madrid, but you can say it anyhow. It'll be fine. So we're going to increase visibility of this. In terms of your chapters, I've made some great links with people around the world here whom I'm going to get in contact with. If I've not got in contact with you just yet, please do get in contact, or go onto H+pedia and write up information about your organization. It's so important that we know about one another and we can get in touch with one another. And right now, this is the largest index of this, and I curate this. So it's hopefully we're going to have a lot more of this together, which will serve as a precursor to a new level of communication. On the subject of politics, which has been discussed here quite a lot and from different directions, already we have had some materials on H+pedia about the state of politics of different countries, the state of transhumanism in different countries. Many people I've spoken to today have expressed an interest in adding information about politics in their area, be it in Poland or France or Belgium, and the unique challenges that they face. So I would, if I've not spoken to you yet, I would encourage you to, if you've written it already, not written up, write it up, or write up an H+pedia. Share what's happening in your country. That way we can understand the common issues we have, we're working together, but the issues you have specific to your country, you understand that you may have to take the lead in solving those problems as well. But this will help us maximize pooling our resources. In all, really, it's been great meeting so many of you and being this great European conference. I hope this will reinvigorate transhumanism as a European movement, not just this movement led from the United States, though we have got some great connections there as well. And I look forward to being in contact with all of you and working on many projects at different sites coming up.
Can I